Welcome to Hanmer Forest.
I'm gonna go down here and look at what this
And have a look at the Woodland Walk. Worth a look if you're ever in Hanmer. Lots of labelled. Never mind. Quite a good spot to explore. Lots of stuff labelled. What do we got here? Western red cedar, Thuja placata. That one's a variety old gold. Not sure how old those are. That's looking up the back. This is the Woodland Walk, so quite near Hanmer town. Everything colouring up the back, poplars. Lots of nice old trees. Sycamore there. And those have gone wild everywhere. See them growing everywhere. Rowan tree there. Those are wild everywhere here. Rowan, mountain ash, sorbus. What's this? Saguaro cypress. Not something you see very often in New Zealand. Doesn't look particularly healthy. On the left there's a couple of silver birch, and on the right that's blue atlas cedar. Quite a big one. Does it grow well here? English oak there, lots of oaks everywhere in Hanmer. European larch, that's obviously an old one, it's quite big. Not so many of them around now, they're all getting sick. Sequoia dendron, giant sequoia. Lots of those around Hanmer. There's a grove of them there. Obviously like the conditions. There's the larch in the background. Big larch, that one. He's looking from the sequoia dendron back around to the entrance. And up into the poplars. They got a duck pond out on the left here. And then you can see the town out on the back of the town there, and Conical Hill directly ahead. A couple of liquid amber there, coming to colour for autumn. And black walnut there, don't see them very often in New Zealand. A couple of fir trees there on the left. Red fir on the left and grand fir in the middle. Abbeys, don't see them very often in New Zealand. A couple of good specimens, and then another larch, and a hemlock here, dead ahead. Another tree you don't see very often in New Zealand. Towards the pond, that's hornbeam nearest us, and then the cedar, atlas cedar, sorry, in the middle, and then the hemlock over on the left. And some cherries there. Looking up towards the back of the walk, so it cuts across here. And there's a big open domain in the middle, and cuts across back to the right through the poplars here. So there's quite a big cypress here. It hasn't got a label on it, but I'm assuming it's a Lawson's cypress. Pretty common over here. And some very big old radiata pine there. Another pine, that one's not radiata, let's See what it says on the label there. There was a lot of experimental pine planting here in the early 20th century. It's Pinus ponderosa, western yellow pine. There's a big one. Obviously grew alright, but in the end we've gone with radiata for all our forestry plantation. Big redwoods there, sequoia, sempervirens. Yeah, shame about the locals. So there'll be a sign further in telling us when these were planted. Another experimental plantation. You see here tons of wilding, Douglas fir everywhere, and wild rowan, and what looks like a wild pine there. I'm going to assume that's ponderosa. Doesn't look like radiata. But yes, all these things go wild. Cherries, lots of cherries popping up. And through the redwood plantation, obviously never been thinned. And some of them are regrowth. But quite a lot of very big trees in here. And hopefully further up there'll be a bit of a blurb about them. You can see where they've cut some off, they're sprouting back. There's the blurb about it. Sequoia sempervirens. This stand planted in 1930 in an alpine environment. So it's 2024 now, so almost 100 years old, and that one in front of me will be well over a metre diameter. But yeah, obviously never logged. Like I say, a lot of this was experimental plantation, and everything commercial now is radiata pine or Douglas fir. So this stuff's all just a relic, but yeah, this Woodland Walk, well worth a look around if you're in Hanmer. It's pretty much flat, and you can get around it in half an hour or so. And quite a lot of the trees are labelled, some of them aren't, and it's well worth a look. Even just having a look in the undergrowth, what's coming away. Now there's a wild cypress there, Lawson cypress, Douglas fir, cherries are everywhere, rowans are everywhere, usually a few sycamores. Some quite big trees here, mainly pine, and this one here, have a look up. Light's not very good unfortunately, but this one's bishop pine, so Pinus muricata from California, USA apparently. Something that wouldn't be common in New Zealand. And next to it, Douglas fir, extremely common here, going wild everywhere. There you go, there's lots of Douglas fir around. Bearish pine there, those two. Corsican pine, so Pinus nigra, the rarest one in New Zealand. You can see on the ground there, put it next to my foot, their cones are quite small, quite distinctive. You do see these occasionally in New Zealand, not grown for timber. You don't see much of in New Zealand, the spruce, Norway spruce. That one very large, so I imagine it's probably been there a while. Next to him, what do we got here? White fir, another Abbey's. And what's the sign say? Con colour. So that looks quite healthy and straight. It's actually a nice looking tree. So some of these I don't know why they aren't grown more often. And here, another spruce. This one looks kind of a bit sick, but it's alive. Classic spruce leaves. The Kiang spruce from Bhutan in China, according to that. Probably been there ages. Be lucky to be 30 centimetres across. A couple of unusual pines there. That one's quite big. Lodgepole pine, Pinus contorta. And behind him says Japanese red pine, Pinus densiflora. Another big tree. Doesn't really look like a pine. It's really short needles. Classic pine bark. There's a Thuja plicata here. These are actually pretty common in New Zealand. Western red cedar. Grow pretty well here, pretty healthy. On my right there, what's that? Large pine tree. Lots of dead branches at the bottom. What a big tree. Jeffrey pine, Pinus jeffreyi. Another unusual one in New Zealand. What's this one? Pretty sick looking. Another Thuja, occidentalis. Northern white cedar. On the left, looks healthy. Serbian spruce. Nice bright green foliage. Another cypress there, doesn't look particularly healthy. Sawara cypress from Japan. So I've planted all sorts here. And large cypress, that one must be old. Huge tree, Arizona smoothbark cypress. Pressus glabra from Arizona. That's the bluey cypress you see quite regularly in New Zealand. On the left there's an oak there, what is it? Quercus robur. I think that's just the common oak. Looks a bit sick. Another cypress. No, cedar. Himalayan cedar. Cedrus deodara. What a big tree. Nice bark. On my right, paper birch. You can see why it's called paper birch. Look at the bark on it. Just turning yellow. Here on my left, Spanish fir from Spain and Morocco. Nice tree. Quite a big one. Lots of branches all the way down. What else? Oh yes, lovely dead specimen here. Antarctic beech. Nothofagus, so we've got lots of Nothofagus native in New Zealand, but that one's from Chile and Argentina, but yep, it has succumbed. See something you see occasionally in cemeteries here. Quite distinctive form. Irish yew. Taxus. Looks pretty healthy. And yep, there you go, there's classic little red berries.